shit. Here we go again, CJ. Here we go again. So I don't know about y'all niggas in that's playing 5M, rocking with the boy Grizzly. Y'all might not be nah, y'all gonna be good. Y'all gonna be good. But I guess this nigga, he's doing some fucked up shit, I guess. I guess he killed, unalived his aunt, but he's not even his aunt. You know how black folk be. Everybody they aunt, everybody they cousin, all that kind of stuff. And if he did, like, this was gonna be crazy. This is gonna prove what I'm talking about. How they always be saying that kind of shit. Supposedly she's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So Tee Grizzley then knocked it off. You already know what's going on with that. If y'all don't, Tee Grizzley is getting caught up with something from his aunt, quote unquote aunt, aka manager, getting killed a while ago, and it's looking like he had something to do with the setup of that. Which I don't know. Can't put nothing past nobody. But we gonna see. Everything's allegedly right now. Remember, allegedly.
My God. I've been on the phone all day. Investigate.
Also, shouts out Flacco. Nigga be on. He's putting his work in. Motherfucker be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you pay attention, he be doing it. I mean, this is where I'm getting my content from. You know what I'm saying? Doing this. So, I mean, I only can shout you out because, like, I'm getting my content from where you get, from you sometimes, and most of the time, a lot of my shit. So, shouts out what the fuck you got going on. I fuck with it.
In the death.
But you still annoying, my nigga. Stop blinking so slow. Damn.
Of Tee Grizzley's auntie, Jobina Brown. I've been diving deep into the conspiracy, trying to figure out what's true. What's true about this conspiracy? And the conspiracy that I'm referring to is the conspiracy that Tee Grizzley enlisted the help of Chicago dudes that he knew to murder his aunt Jobina Brown, who he impregnated to make that scandal go away and to retain back his masters from her. I've been trying to uncover what's true about this and what's not true about this.
And it's funny, I didn't put no video up earlier because I was watching it. It just popped up and I watched it and I was like, damn, I can't react. If I don't watch it the first time, I'm not about to like watch it, like, rewatch it and try to react to it. This just doesn't feel right. But yeah, that's what I was like, if T's on this shit, he could be, man, Detroit artists. I ain't putting on all y'all motherfuckers, but we different out here, bro. Like, I don't know. It could be that because I remember Sada Baby was like not purposely dropping certain songs because of the deal with 300, and it was like, all right, I'm gonna save my good songs till I'm off that. Detroit artists ain't trying to be under nobody, and every time they try, they end up realizing that I think they get too. Detroit niggas is used to getting money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even care about no deal. They used to just getting money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you start playing with my money, when I'm looking like I'm way bigger than how much money I'm getting, hold on. Playing with my money, B. It's gonna turn mafia like real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We don't know what is going on with it. Everything's allegedly right now. So, I just can't put nothing past nobody. And can't put nothing past nobody.
Consistency in this story. But the one thing that's consistent, after speaking to a lot of people, receiving information from Jobina Brown's camp, from people within Tee Grizzley's camp, after having information from them transfer over to me, the one thing that is consistent, it's not looking good for Tee Grizzley. That's the only thing that's consistent so far.
Damn.
Brown, the manager and aunt of Tee Grizzley, was shot and killed in Detroit on Tuesday night.
I know. It's probably not looking good, but like, don't hype it up. Most of these motherfuckers out here trying to get clicks right now. You know what I'm saying? So don't do the same thing. Don't do the same thing. I like the allegedly down there, but I might put it in mine too. But don't hype it up. These niggas. They don't know nothing. None of these people know nothing. But we're gonna see. I don't know what's going on either. I'm just watching right now. You know what I mean?
20th. Comments about her death began surfacing Wednesday, August 21st on social media before her passing was confirmed by TMZ. According to law enforcement sources, a shooter opened fire on Grizzly's Cadillac Escalade while the vehicle was traveling around Detroit. The gunman allegedly approached on...
See, I thought it was an Uber. So it was Grizzly's car. I thought it was an Uber. I heard Uber last time I was listening to something. Things, the story, I don't know. I thought I heard Uber. Maybe I'm wrong.
On foot and shot Brown, who was sitting in the back seat in her left side. Grizzly was reportedly riding in the passenger seat and got out of the vehicle as the shooter approached. The driver said the attacker fired 3 or 4 shots and noted that Brown screamed before the gunfire began. Brown was rushed to a local hospital but died from her wounds. She was 41 years old. Police don't know if Grizzly was the intended target of the attack. He and the driver were unharmed.
From my perspective, this entire story begins when the first and only suspect who has been arrested so far was arrested 2 months after the incident. When Wu Thing, aka Wu 600 from Chicago, was initially arrested for the murder of Tee Grizzley's auntie, Jobina Brown, the streets of Detroit was talking almost immediately. People was calling this a backdoor from the very beginning.
And so what's involved in this process?
Well, it's pretty simple. They poop, we scoop. That's about it.
Yeah, people can say whatever they want.
Everybody on the east side know that, nigga. Them been facts. What you talking about? How the you don't know? You mean? You know that everybody who killed everybody and popped everybody, but you don't know how son they got down on Auntie though. Bro, what you nigga? What kind of crime reporter is you? You mean?
People initially thought when people in Detroit was calling it a backdoor, they were referring to OTF or 600 backdooring Tee Grizzley. Because at the time, Tee Grizzley was really close with OTF and 600 through Buka 600. So when a 600 member murdered his auntie, people thought, man, did OTF or 600 like backdoor Tee Grizzley? It wasn't until time went by and people began to put the pieces together. Like, hold on. OTF or 600 couldn't have backdoored Tee Grizzley.
I ain't saying everybody's smart, and I ain't saying everybody dumb, but I mean, yeah, killed his manager, but then he got rights to his masters and all this other kind of stuff, and he can get another manager. So I don't think it was like, but maybe they were trying to come and try to kill him. I don't know. I don't know the whole beef back there behind it. I'm trying to make whatever he's talking about make sense, and we'll see. I don't know. Because
the killer of Tee Grizzley, Wu Thing, was arrested in 2019. In 2022 or 2023, Tee Grizzley did a joint album with Lil Durk. In 2024, Tee Grizzley made Buka 600 right-hand mans with the killer Wu Thing his groomsmen for his wedding. So Tee Grizzley was becoming closer, like probably closer than ever, with the alleged parties that murdered his auntie. So it couldn't have been a backdoor, because if it was a backdoor, if he felt like his life was in danger, because Tee Grizzley did multiple interviews saying that they were coming after him, that the shooters opened up the car door looking for him.
Yeah, how would you know that they're looking for you? All right. How would they? All right, if it's your car, you said it was his Escalade, you would think he's driving it. Right? But then they say he got out the passenger seat. So that means they opened up the passenger seat. Why would they think to get the passenger seat? Unless they was following you for a long time. But you said you got out just before it happened, so if they was following you, they would have seen you get out of the passenger seat. They would have opened the passenger seat. But if it's your car and they didn't see you, why would they open the passenger seat if they seen you get out? I don't know. I'm just wrapping my head around it, wrapping it around. All we can do is listen and react.
So if the parties who murdered your auntie was actually looking for you, then you wouldn't be like friendlier with them. You wouldn't be closer with them. You wouldn't make Buka 600 your groomsman. You wouldn't, right, like do a song with Lil Durk or a joint album with Lil Durk. And the only Lil Durk ties here is Buka 600 is signed to OTF. but Lil Durk has nothing to do with this whatsoever. So that's when the theories of, okay, maybe Tee Grizzley backdoor his auntie. Maybe Tee Grizzley set his auntie up to be killed. Now, I have the full indictment of Wu-Thing, and the full indictment, I believe, tells a story that leans more towards somebody backdoor that auntie. I don't know if it's Tee Grizzley, but the indictment and the story told in the indictment lends me to believe that somebody backdoor that auntie.
She was a manager. The people that I be look, niggas don't be knowing, but I done seen producers get killed. I done seen managers get killed, and it's always by artists. Both of them always get killed by artists because something, either you don't give me a chance or this, that, and the third. You'd be surprised. These motherfucking artists be passionate, boy. Passionate. They'll die on that shit, bro. I'm serious. So it could be that too. There's so many things in the air. We're going to have to always sit and wait. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get into the full indictment and what evidence they got on Wu-Thing that led to his arrest. The police was able to trace the getaway vehicle, which was a blue Nissan with the license plates HRK 4937. They traveled to Michigan the day before, and then 2 hours after the homicide, they traveled to Chicago. The vehicle was a rental car, so when they didn't return the vehicle after the homicide, Hertz Rental reported the vehicle stolen. Even though the vehicle was reported stolen, even though the vehicle was involved in...
Hey, I know it's hard for some people to really believe that people can be, like, I'll say reckless or just very, for doing something so serious to be, like, very slacking on certain things. Yes, it's real, bro. I mean, to do certain things, you gotta have a few screws loose. So you might not have them tightened up in certain other areas. You know what I'm saying? So just, I always be so mind blown when somebody go kill somebody and they leave their phone there or they leave their ID. Like, why did you even go do something with an ID on you? But it's just some things happen. You know what I'm saying?
In a homicide 2 months prior, Wu-Thing was still driving around Chicago in that vehicle, knowing how hot it was. Well, he was parked in the alleyway one night, October 19th, 2019. He was parked in the alleyway. The police pulled up because they ran the tags and they seen the vehicle was reported stolen. They attempted to initiate a stop. He ran away. He was eventually caught. He was ultimately arrested and charged for being in possession of a stolen vehicle. But get this, and this is where you really start to look at these dudes like, yeah, y'all are just professional doofuses. So on top of being caught in a stolen vehicle that was used in a homicide 2 months prior, he was also caught with a firearm. And after ballistics was done on the firearm that he was arrested with, ballistics shows that not only was the vehicle connected to the homicide, not only was the vehicle identified as being the getaway vehicle of the homicide of Jobina Brown, but he was also found in possession of the firearm that was also used in the murder of Jobina Brown. Ballistics shows that this was the firearm that killed Jobina Brown. This is where we introduce new information.
In 2000, listen, it's past 7 years. It can't be. Tried for anything. I may have or may not have allegedly used to sell guns illegally on the street or something like that. And I remember prices of guns illegally on the street were cheaper than what they were to buy in the store. You know, and I remember you really couldn't get a lot of guns. And there were guns that were passed around for years and years and years to different people and shit, like just passed around. I mean, so many guns. You see the same gun like so many times to different people having it and shit like that. But nowadays, it's so many guns out there, bro. It's insane. So, with that being said, Detroit and Chicago being really heavy gun places, having the same gun in both just happened to. Oh, I just happened to have that gun. You know, nah, that's your gun, B. It's your gun or it's in your circle, 100%. And I'm saying your circle, like right next to you every day. 2 or 3 people. It could be, you know, if it's not you. So I don't know. It's just not that common. So it's already guilty looking right there. You can't assume. You can just, but you gotta use your noodle sometimes. But yeah, it's tough.
That I didn't include in my last video. And this is the part of the video where we start looking at Tee Grizzley a little crazy. We start looking at Tee Grizzley with a side eye here. You see, Tee Grizzley told a story of what happened the night of the murder. Tee Grizzley stated that he was with his auntie / manager, Jobina Brown. They made a last-minute stop at one of his other auntie's crib for him to check on some business. Jobina Brown decided to stay in the car and wait outside because she didn't like germs.
It's the age.
He was only going to go inside and come back out right away. It was a last-minute pit stop, right? Let's hear Tee Grizzley tell the story, and we're about to find out why this new information that we received kind of blow up that version of the story. It kind of, not only would I say debunks it.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and this is my dog Arwen. She never found anything she liked until she found Red Barn. I was really excited to see that Red Barn's air dry.
But kind of makes us start thinking that maybe Tee Grizzley is telling some fibs here.
So the night everything happened, man, can you kind of go over that night with us? I know y'all was at the studio. I seen you on your Instagram.
I thought this was weird too. The nigga playing a video game. Well, I mean, yeah, you on a server and everything. You a gamer and shit like that. Tee Grizzley just look like a guilty ass nigga. You know how like you just them niggas that you can't trust in your house. You think he's gonna steal anything just to steal it, klepto ass nigga, just scrammy. That's Tee Grizzley, bro. He just got money. If he ain't get no money, that nigga be a stanky booty ass nigga. Probably get a big fat white girl pregnant and shit. Ass nigga, bro. For real. Dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with it. Whatever floats your boat. But yeah. He just got that vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like very manipulative. He's a role player. Don't forget. He's a role player. I don't know. Something about him, bro.
Yeah, so we was at the studio with Guapo and Jay Swan or whatever. And I'm going over my cousin's house, my older cousin. Mm-hmm. He was real close with my pops. This is like my pops' brother. Mm-hmm. And I always try to, you know what I'm saying, show him some love because that's another wound we really ain't healed from. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I went over there and I was telling her, like, come in the house. And she like, no, I don't want to go in. I'm begging her to come in the house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you begging her to come into the house. Like, just extra. Everything's just extra. Like, it's almost like everything he's saying is trying to clear yourself. I've seen this interview already. Like, you're begging her to... Why are you begging her to come into the house? Like, let her chill. She want to chill in the car? Go. Do your thing, bro. Fuck. Begging her? You sound like you really trying to plead your case.
Certain areas, you just can't... You just got to move right. Right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about where you at. I could go anywhere I want to. Right. But I got to move right. Right. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm moving right, can't nothing happen to me. So I'm telling her to come in the house. She like, no. Because JB was kind of like funny acting about dirty houses. Okay. And stuff like that. The house wasn't even dirty, but to her, she just a clean, real clean person. Okay. It's like, no, I don't want to go in them people's house. I don't want to sit on their furniture and all that stuff in there. So I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. So I'm knocking on the door. My people's taking so long to come to the door. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they finally come to the door. As soon as I see her, as soon as I see my auntie, mm-hmm. She about to open the door. I just hear a whole bunch of shots going off. You know what I'm saying? Behind me. I hear a whole bunch of shots going off. So I get down because I'm thinking they about to come to the side and start, you know what I'm saying, shooting at me, and I ain't got nothing on me at the time. Mm-hmm. My cousin ran out with a gun. I'm like, perfect. So we ran out on the street. When we ran out, my driver was gone with no car.
Nigga, why are you looking at the game? You're not even playing it. You're not even playing the game right now, nigga. What you looking at? It just... This nigga just look guilty, bro. Like, it's not a good look. And, you know, niggas be... Once people try to paint you like the bad guy, it'll make you just seem like you the bad guy the entire time, just like they did with Diddy. So this nigga might not have had nothing to do with none of this shit. Could have been fucked up, and it's fucked up that he lost his auntie, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't looking good for you, player.
Out there, I'm like, She was in the. So what was the vehicle? She was in the car, like she was on the street. She was in the car. Okay. She was in the car, on the street. So my cousin ran out with the gun or whatever. and we ran out in the front to see what's going on, and to if somebody up on us, we gonna get them off us. Basically, what happened? They walked up to my door and opened my door. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas opened my door, trying to get at me. He ended up hitting her up.
How does he know this? I just want to know how he knows that, though. Would they have ring camera footage? Could. 2025, 2024, 2023. Shaq, when did Shaq buy that bitch? Long time ago. Is it Shaq? I think it's Shaq. Shouts out to Shaq, entrepreneur.
Would they hit her on the body?
They hit her on her side and her arm. She didn't get hit her face, and not just all on her side. You feel me?
How many
on
times?
The side where her heart at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on the side where her heart at too. So that's.
Tee Grizzley said the killers were looking for him because he exited out of the vehicle from a specific side of the car. When he exited out of the vehicle, he went to the side porch to get let in. The killers couldn't see he was at the side porch, but they knew what side of the vehicle he was in. So when the killers seen the vehicle was parked, they went to the vehicle and opened up the side of the vehicle that Tee Grizzley was sitting in before he exited out.
Allegedly.
They opened it up and began to shoot at the auntie because they thought the auntie was him, because they thought he was sitting there.
Come on into Baymont,
Bro.
where you'll be greeted with a warm welcome.
Hey, Flacco about to hit the switch in a second. Hey, Flacco about to hit the switch. He's about to hit the switch. I know it. He's about to hit the switch.
At Baymont.
Again, if the killers couldn't see Tee Grizzley because he was at the side porch, that would mean they didn't see Tee Grizzley get out the vehicle because they would have just followed him. Then that would mean the only reason why they would know that Tee Grizzley was sitting on that specific side was because they seen Tee Grizzley get in the vehicle on that particular side, and they followed him to the location. Here's why that don't make sense, and here's why the facts of the case actually debunks everything Tee Grizzley just said, and sort of opens this case up where anybody can be a suspect.
And I will say this before we go any further. We not a snitch kind of a place. We will handle that shit ourselves kind of a place. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not a snitch kind of a place. So, if you do know something, you're not even going to let it be known that you know something. Or let it even be seem like you know something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just won't. So, I don't know. Just throwing it out there. So, is he trying to throw off the cops from the trail for a murder? Shit, maybe. You know, and his people gonna handle it? Maybe. Let's not forget that factor, too. Anytime I pause the video, Flacco will have a face that you can make into a meme. Every single time.
I say Tee Grizzley could be
Watch
a
this,
suspect.
Watch this.
Wu Thing kept his phone on the entire time he committed this homicide. I don't know what I would expect from someone who was still in possession of the getaway vehicle and the murder weapon, but he kept his phone on the entire time, and they were able to trace him coming into Michigan and leaving Michigan after the homicide. But they were also able to pin him at the crime scene. And this is why Tee Grizzley's story don't make sense at all.
Hey, Tay, do me a favor. Go to ChatGPT and create an image and then do new evidence against Tee Grizzley. And then put, quote, allegedly, quote.
Phone towers pinged Wu Thing's cell phone at the murder scene for more than an hour and 56 minutes. So it started pinging around 7 p.m.
Type in, when you type it in, type in, make me a thumbnail for YouTube that says, and then Tee Grizzley, wait, new evidence against Tee Grizzley isn't looking too good. Yeah, no allegedly.
And continued pinging until 8:56 p.m., which is minutes before the shooting occurred. That means that Wu Thing was at the murder scene for an hour and 56 minutes. He was at the murder scene for an hour and 50 minutes before.
So, if he was at the murder scene that long, this is this is not looking good either. So, all right, let's just say Tee Grizzley didn't know. Let's just say he didn't know. This nigga was at the place though. Right, make me a YouTube thumbnail for a video called. Make me a YouTube thumbnail for a video called. And then space quote Tee Grizzley. No, wait, new evidence against Tee Grizzley isn't looking good. Quote. But yeah, no, so if this motherfucker was over there already, this means that like I said, if Tee Grizzley, say he didn't set this up, this is not a setup. The killer was wherever he went to, that was his man's house, cousin, whatever he wanted to say, he was already there. Knew that he was going there. If you there for an hour. Or, let's say, hold on. Or let's say like he was there, followed him, popped, dropped his phone, went back to get his phone. Or Tee Grizzley already knew what was going on, had it all set up, had him out there to shoot her and shit like that. Go sit in the bushes. You ain't know it. We didn't peep. Will you stay pussy?
Before Tee Grizzley and them got there. So he was hiding out. He was waiting. He was expecting them to come to that location. How did the shooter know that Tee Grizzley?
Yeah, and an hour and a half is a long time. That kind of means like if you waiting for an hour and a half, either you got there, plotted on it with the person there, took a little time for them to get there, you know, whoop wop, or you talking to Tee Grizzley, the killer's talking to Tee Grizzley like, all right, he's like, man, hold on, she's taking a long time to get together. Hold on, I'm trying to convince her. All right, I'm trying to get her in the car. You know, we gonna have to see text message records. Woo! If they can even get them that far back.
And his aunt was gonna be at the location if the location was an impromptu stop. If the location was hey yo, let's stop right here real quick. How did they know to wait out at that address for an hour and 56 minutes waiting for them to show up? It doesn't make sense whatsoever. And also, if they was at the location for an hour and 56 minutes, then they seen Tee Grizzley get out the vehicle, which will make sense. They didn't see him get in the vehicle because they wasn't at the location when he got in the vehicle. But they seen him get out the vehicle. They seen him walk to the side porch, which is why they came over, opened up that car vehicle knowing he wasn't gonna be there, and began shooting. This is just my theory, people.
Yeah. They opened the door that she wasn't in so that they can have a little bit of angle. Blah, 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 blah. A little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Whoa. It's a good way to look at it, too. So many ways to look at this right now.
And began shooting.
Hospitality employees.
So many ways to look at it right now. For real. We're going to see, though.
This is the only story that makes sense, people. The only story. I'm not saying Tee Grizzley is responsible for backdooring his auntie. I don't know. I'm saying Tee Grizzley's story got to start adding up, people. It got to start adding up.
Yeah, no, it does.
How did the killer know?
It does. I think that he shouldn't never did an interview because now that interview is getting dissected like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, the biggest thing with Tee Grizzley, I think that he's a pathological liar, low key. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he getting caught up in different things and saying different shit that ain't even true just to like add some charisma to the shit that can actually fuck him over in the long run. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't really a part of that, like, you know too much for like something going on fast. Again, we don't know if there was ring camera. We're not sure. I'm not sure. But
to wait out at that location for an hour and 56 minutes if the location was an impromptu stop. The killers was at the location. You got out. They could have easily haunted you down, went and got you from from the side porch. They watched you exit out the vehicle. They was at the location, and they let you go away. And they came and killed your auntie. What beef would they have with your auntie?
Remember, there you go, another funny face. But remember, she's a manager, and it's a city where like niggas is hungry right now to get on with this music shit. Who knows what promises she might have made to some niggas that didn't fall through? Who knows? Hypothetically, who knows? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Niggas die every day. Like I said, I see managers and I see producers getting killed by artists.
It doesn't make sense, people, at all. Tee Grizzley offered up a response, and this is his response to everything you just heard, okay?
I just think the niggas about to go around trying to clear no shit up because it is what it is. As far as like, you know, I ain't about to be certain shit you can't entertain, bro. Especially when it's absolutely nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, true.
But you do got a lot of motherfuckers that go to the internet and think that everything they see on that bitch is facts. It's not a place for facts. You can see some shit dead in your base, chat. That's not true. So you think it can't be fooled by the fucking internet, bro? Bullshit.
He's just a role player, and he's corny to me. So it's like always hard to take him too serious. But you know, you just gotta take it for what it is. We just gotta sit back and wait to see what the fuck happened with it.
But what will the motive be for Tee Grizzley to do this to his auntie, the backdoor his auntie / manager?
Let's not. He's gonna bring up Masters. I know you're gonna bring up Masters, Flacco, but we don't know what the agreement was. There might have been no Masters. She might have had nothing to do with no Masters or nothing weird like that at all. I'm sure by the time he got with her, she probably didn't even understand that she was just trying to be the manager and be around the scene and all that kind of shit. If she wasn't no manager before, she don't know how to think like that. Just my assumption. So before you go there, just know I don't think she ain't had no master fucking rights or nothing like that. But we're gonna see. What you gonna say?
And they're not blood auntie. Now, I talked to someone who was literally at the funeral of Jobina Brown. They were at the funeral, bruh. Yo, I was told even at the funeral, people were suspecting Tee Grizzley because he did like interviews where like people close to the situation were kind of concerned about the stories kind of not really matching up in certain, in some interviews. I think in one interview, like Tee Grizzley said, yo, it was like a drive-by. They came and shot it up. Then the next interview, they said, they came and opened up the door to look for him and then shot the auntie. So, again, those are not really a big deal, but it don't really line up perfectly. I was told from someone particular that even when Jobina Brown and this person would be talking or getting close, Tee Grizzley would get jealous. That at times, like Tee Grizzley would kind of get jealous. And Jobina Brown would tell this person, yo, Tee Grizzley, keep asking me about you, keep asking me why we're talking, blah, blah, blah. And Jobina Brown will confide in this person that she actually had an intimate relationship with Tee Grizzley. But the thing with this is, Jobina Brown is Tee Grizzley's uncle's wife who's in prison, I think. Again, don't quote me on this, but I think the uncle is in prison. I think Jobina Brown is the uncle.
And if he's fucking his uncle who's in prison's bitch, that's everything you need to know about Tee Grizzley, like I've been saying. Literally. He could have did this shit, slimed out. Just a dirtball. I'm telling you, the nigga's a dirtball, bro. Tee Grizzley's a dirtball, bro. I stand on that shit, bro. Dirtball. Dirtball.
Uncle's wife. She's not blood related, but she's related through marriage, I believe. So, smashing the uncle's wife, allegedly got her pregnant.
And again, I already think he's a dirtball. For my own reasons. But if this shit is true, fuck the killing, not fuck the killing the aunt. But like, just if he was smashing her and this is all like boom, boom, boom. Yeah, bro. You're a dirt bag. Not even a dirt ball. You the bag, bro. The whole bag. I'm sure you don't care. Dirt bags don't be caring if they're dirt bags. I've noticed that.
According to courtroom reporters, that that was allegedly brought up the first day of trial, that Jobina Brown could be pregnant for Tee Grizzley's baby. So that's a motive. The uncle is in prison. You got her pregnant. She not trying to abort it. Man, that could be one thing. Jobina Brown invested in Tee Grizzley really early on when nobody else would. Right? It is reported that she apparently owns a portion of Tee Grizzley's masters. He wanted it back. He signed a deal with her like fresh out of prison as like a management deal. He wanted it back. She wouldn't give it up. That could be motivation. I don't know.
He can make plenty of songs. I mean, it depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Numbers. If she dies, does it go to her? Him? I mean, what's the insurance policies? You're going to have to look at all these different things and shit like that.
And I'm not saying Tee Grizzley is involved. What I'm telling you is the facts of this case doesn't really align with Tee Grizzley's story 100% or perfectly. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, okay? We're going to continue.
It's another case of the Diddy shit, bro. All we can do, I'm just reacting to the shit, but realistically, it looked bad. I think the nigga's kind of a sleazeball. You know what I'm saying? If he hit his, if that's his uncle's chick and he hit her and she is pregnant, that loyalty shit, all that shit you be talking, bro, you a sleazy, maneezy, greasy. So, and if you do that, then I'm gonna absolutely believe the allegations, bro. And who am I? I'm not the judge. But, yeah. Skadoodles.